Night one just concluded. It's 25 past 5 in the morning in South Africa. I don't know what time it is. Just comment down below, guys. Let me know what time you guys are watching all of this just unfold. And um, I didn't even want to watch the post show, but it is running in the background. I'm sure you guys can see all of that. But yeah, what's going on? What's happening? Why are things happening the way that they are? But yeah, some of the gents that I've been speaking to this whole week have actually called this one. But let me not start with the whole main event. Obviously, just do a whole recap of the night one. Welcome to Simon Says Wrestling. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the share button, hit the notification bell so we can get the community growing. And then let's interact, guys. Let's interact. um, Obviously, we started off the night with Jay Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, and as always, the attention to detail when it comes to entrances. Oh, nice, the one that's playing in the background, with entrances, and then obviously the showmanship of Jay Uso coming through, and Gunther just coming through with his jacket and his mean face, and was just ready to do business. But tonight, Jay Uso came out on top, and he is the new World Heavyweight Champion. So a big shout out and congratulations to Jay Uso on that one. Well deserved. The amount of years that he has put in to get to the point that he is now, is it's very great to see that he finally achieved this goal. And for the haters online who said he only has two moves, um, like it doesn't get any better than defeating the one person that you haven't been able to with their own move set. So that was very interesting to see, and huge congratulations to Jay Uso. Huge congratulations to the Yeet. It's Yeet Mania this year, and yeah, big shout out to Gunther as well, who has been he has been a great champion, but his championship run with the heavyweight champion hasn't been as great as it was with the Intercontinental Championship. But what's next for Gunther? Do we start showing the vulnerability and his defeated side? What's the story going forward? Obviously, we're gonna be looking forward to the Raw after Mania to see that. And now for Jey Uso, I suspect we're gonna go into new challenges and putting new superstars into the spotlight. That's gonna be great. So big shout out to Jey Uso on the win for the World Heavyweight Championship. The second match of the night was the New Day. I'm gonna start referring to them as the New Bums. Um, the New Bums went through to win the, I think it's 13th or 12th tag team championship, and they were cheating left, right, and center. But I guess it's part of the whole new gimmick. Shout out to Eric and Iba who came out tonight to play. Obviously, they brought their best to the table but couldn't get the best of the New Bums. But at the end of the day, they do get their tag team championships. And what is the story going forward? Because honestly, I would have loved to see Big E maybe come out and cost them the titles at WrestleMania. But obviously, we're just now playing into that whole story of them having an illustrious career in the WWE and obviously capturing those tag team champions once again. Um, a solid match, nothing too crazy out of it. The following match, we also got Jade Cargill versus Naomi, and like I said, for me in this match, there is no losers. For the fact that this match was taking place at WrestleMania between two female wrestlers, and there was no title on the line, so that meant a lot. I mean, to the women's division and obviously the development of the division. And the one thing that I did notice in this whole match between Naomi and Jade Cargill is Jade Cargill's inability to sell certain moves or sell certain spots. But other than that, she has improved tremendously from when she did make her debut in the WWE, and obviously that's something I hope she can work on going forward. So it was a clean pinfall submission after hitting Naomi with the Jaded, and then obviously what's next now? Do we start? But we can't obviously know what's next now in case that we're gonna have to watch the triple threat on night two with Bianca that's involved to see what the way forward is with the ladies. But at this point in time, it's looking great. And Jade Cargill and Naomi put on quite a match. It was a bit shorter than I thought it would be, but during that whole match, they delivered on some great spots and some great action in the ring. And then Naomi obviously receiving her um, theme song after turning heel. So we'll be on the lookout for that. But yeah, we'll have to just listen because I was so excited and so in the vibe of doing everything that I was. I didn't actually catch the whole theme song, but so I'll go back, play it, and then just listen to what her new theme song is. Um, and then we had the megastar LA Knight versus the Samoan Werewolf, which was Jacob Fatu. And like I said, I've been calling it ever since the match was announced. Jacob Fatu was definitely taking the United States Championship from LA Knight, given the amount of traction and heat that he has on him at this point in time. It was only right that that title goes to him. So now, him being the only person that has bought gold in the group that he's with currently, does that now mean he gets to be the leader, or does he that start calling the shots around there? It's gonna be interesting to see how this title affects the group that Jacob Fatu is affiliated with, obviously with Solo Sokoa and Tamatanga. Um, LA Knight, as always, came out, put on a show, put on a spectacle, but at this point in time, I don't think that there's a superstar on the roster that can in any way overshadow Jacobs Fatu's aura at this point in time. We're just expecting him to run over everyone and everything at this point in time. So he has his first singles gold, singles champion, and it's gonna be interesting to see what the story is going forward involving Solo Sokoa, because obviously he did come out with Solo, but let's just see how it goes. And then the following match, we also had Al Grande Americano versus Ray Phoenix. The one thing that I do want to shout out at this point in time is the faith that they have in Ray Phoenix and Penta. Obviously, brothers on Ray Phoenix who's on SmackDown and Penta who's on Raw. For the fact that these guys haven't even had about 6 months on the main roster and they're still getting a spot, given the fact that Ray Phoenix's spot was mostly because of Rey Mysterio's injury, but for the fact that they were trustworthy enough to tell him that Rey Mysterio is out and you are taking his spot, for me shows a lot of trust um, in Rey Phoenix and his abilities. And also on the point of luchadors, WWE also announced that did they buy it out or are they in partnership with AAA, which is obviously lucha theme type program. So let me just go online here, just do more research about that one. But obviously, it's great to see the fact that these guys are getting the exposure, and obviously, Triple H having so much faith in them. Let me just see. Triple H Wrestling Company. Let me see. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Let me just see if I can go onto the Wikipedia page. Let's say list of Lucha Libre worldwide personnel. This is a list of organized by role within the promotion. The alias ring name of the Alberto is also. If you remember, there was a guy named Alberto Del Rio, but here he goes by Alberto El Petro. So he's part of that company as well. So some familiar faces in this company, but it's gonna be great to see. And obviously, with the huge announcement that was announced, I think it was before the pre-show to Wrestlemania. So it's obviously great to see that they've incorporated another small company into the pipeline, which is obviously now TNA and Triple A, which is also going to be great to see and see what, because they had Vikingo, I think he was in the crowd tonight and obviously made his presence felt between this match between Al Grande and Ray Phoenix. And El Grande obviously winning his debut match. And Chad Gable would be so proud of El Grande. Um, he showed out. El Grande showed out tonight, and obviously shows that it's not Chad Gable. Chad Gable wouldn't be moving like this. This is not Chad Gable. We need to find another suspect as to, and as Pat McAfee obviously described, the fact that that tattoo that he has on his back can be gotten by anyone. Even Pat was thinking about it. So it's great to see at this point in time, two superstars given the spotlight on the Wrestlemania stage to show out and show off. So it was a great match, and for me, I like, for any time that I can get any superstar that isn't well known on the stage to showcase their talents, for me it'll always be a win. That means we're building superstars going forward, and then obviously we can develop bigger, brighter superstars going forward. For me, that's basically the aim. It's to grow more superstars in the business, because the business cannot keep depending on the same people each and every year to deliver something that will obviously pull in the crowds and pull in the people. But for me, it was a great match to see, and it would have been great if they added Chad Gable as the third competitor in the match. But El Grande Americano picking up his first. So now we can officially say that El Grande Americano is undefeated at WrestleMania. Let's just keep an eye on that one. The match that we were all dreading to watch wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. This was between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, but it wasn't the most perfect match to watch at this point, because you could see that at certain spots and certain instances during the match, they just weren't working or gelling well enough with each other, and it was, at some spots it was difficult to watch, but it wasn't as much of a train smash as I thought it would be. Big shout out to Tiffany Stratton, who has now retained her title, and I think has proven herself to be worthy of going into the main event, of getting, well, obviously being in the main event, given the fact that they're showing Charlotte Flair as this well experienced, huge deal in the WWE. She held her own, and for dealing with what she was dealing with, um, yeah, it's sometimes you try to give someone the benefit of the doubt, saying that they maybe do want to work with younger talents, and then sometimes you just watch the show and you're like, they're not gelling well together. They just don't have that chemistry in the ring to gel together. But once again, Tiffany Stratton um, winning and retaining her title. So can we now start saying that maybe Charlotte Flair does put over younger talent? I don't know. Probably took a pivot because the fans are just turning so hard on Charlotte Flair. It's weird. But I understand the point of view that they have and the issues that they have with Charlotte. Um, Out of all of that I just went through, what was your favorite moment? Which match did you guys enjoy the most? Comment down below. Let me know. Let's engage. Let's talk more WrestleMania night one, and in comes the main event for the night. Seth Rollins, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, and yeah, yeah. All along, I thought Seth Rollins was planning something with maybe Dwayne and Cena. Turns out it wasn't with Dwayne and Cena. It was just with Paul Heyman. Um, the double betrayal at the end is something that's going to be spoken about for the next couple of months, and I think it's going to carry us maybe going into SummerSlam. This may be the storyline that's going to carry us into SummerSlam. The fact that now um, Paul Heyman has betrayed not only CM Punk but Roman Reigns as well. And some of the things that I did pick up from this match, number one, Roman Reigns is still conflicted. Roman Reigns still hasn't had, like, he doesn't have that solid foundation where he can stand by himself. Roman as a superstar at this point in time is solidified. There's nothing we can say or there's nothing we can do to question what he has become. But Roman without anybody in his corner is essentially a deer caught in the headlights. And at some points, he makes decisions out of um, emotional flair. So Roman still needs someone in his corner to maybe give him that advice, to maybe guide him into how to do certain things, which is why he kept that whole, when he took off the Ulafala, he would look back at Paul Heyman and is just wondering, is he gonna be able to hold it? Can I trust him with it? He definitely can't trust him with it anymore at this point in time. Um, CM Punk came out to obviously Living Color performing Cult of Personality live with the gear that he had on. It's the same gear that he had on when he was delivering the pipe bomb. Um, the the pipe bomb. That was the same gear that he had on at that time. So that was always a good callback to when that moment happened and how he has now obviously evolved and grown up to main event at Wrestlemania. So it's just the small things and the small details that you have to pay attention to that obviously give you that whole sense of he has grown up and it's time for him to now obviously become a huge part of the company, and he is a huge part of the company. Um, the one thing that I did send out a post about on X was the gears for Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. What is the correlation between the white that they're wearing, and the fact that Seth Rollins came out wearing a black, I would say gown. I don't know what the hell that thing was, but I would say a gown just to be on the safe side. Came out, or lights went off, and then he had his um, white gear on. And I also noticed that Roman Reigns also had a lot of white in his gear. Normally he wears a red glove, so obviously it's just to see as to maybe if there was just maybe communication between the two guys that were wearing white. I don't know. I thought it would have some sort of correlation, but it seems that yeah, no, it had nothing to do. It was just something that I saw. But anyway, Paul Heyman betrayed both CM Punk and Roman Reigns to side with Seth Rollins. So when was this deal made? When was this unholy alliance built? When was this holy alliance made? And that's just all that I want to know. How, when, where, and obviously with Roman Reigns, I know why, because Roman has been doubting Paul Heyman without sufficient evidence, and then Seth Rollins has been in Roman Reigns' ear, and whether we like it or not, Seth Rollins will always have Roman Reigns' button and obviously have his number. So with CM Punk, I don't know. So does this mean that Paul Heyman still owes CM Punk a favor given the fact that he didn't help him win the match? I doubt it, because now everybody's just pissed. Roman had a defeated look on his face while getting out of the ring, going back into the match, and it's just now we start to unravel another storyline between these three gentlemen, and for me, I'm obviously it's a spectacle, it's the feeling, it's the emotions that we go through watching this whole thing that keeps us glued to the screen. So at this point in time, I just wanna let's interact, guys. I'm gonna upload this video. It's probably gonna overshadow the SmackDown one that I had already uploaded. But yeah, let's just talk, and then now we wait for night two, and I'm just gonna drop a video maybe in this afternoon to predict my night two winners. And yeah, obviously it's Simon Says Wrestling. Let's talk, guys, and let's interact. Comment, like, follow, subscribe, hit the like button. Let's get these videos viewed. Let's share them so that we can get more views and more likes, obviously, on them. And the more likes we have, the more suggestions and the more recommended the channel becomes. Thank you all so much. It's Wrestlemania season. I don't even think I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll just watch more wrestling. Uh, Good morning and peace.